We have breaking news on Mountaineer Paul Talks Football. Neal Brown has had his contract extended this afternoon. Rumblings were happening up for the couple days leading up until this, but the details of the extension are what's kind of intriguing here. So let's get into the meat and potatoes of this right after this word from our sponsor. This episode of Mountaineer Paul Talk Football is brought to you by Dutch Miller Automotive, where friends and family pricing means you get the best deal right up front on any new or pre-loved vehicle in stock every time. With brands like Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Kia, Hyundai, Ford, GMC, Buick, and Subaru, the Dutch Miller Automotive family is always growing and ready to put you in the car or truck you've been searching for. Check out our inventory across West Virginia at DutchMillerAuto.com, or you can come in today to the home of friends and family pricing, only at a Dutch Miller Automotive store near you.
This is for Cameron.
Welcome back in, guys. My name is Mountaineer Paul, and I'd like to welcome you back to another edition of Mountaineer Paul Talks Football. I'm at the folks' house as this news breaks this afternoon. As always, I'm never at home when something like this happens, so I'm recording from the downstairs basement on a pile of books. But whatever gets it done, right? At the end of the day, it's all about reporting the news in a timely manner if can be done. So I am with my mom today, helping her at a doctor's appointment, and I see that scroll across the ticker, and I'm like, of course, I can't be home when it happens. I'm pretty, I do this for a living, and I'm pretty much a homebody. So for news to break when I'm gone from home, it's frustrating in some senses. So the Neal Brown contract extension happened, and a news article that Hoppy Kirchkabel wrote to try to go over the meat and potatoes and some of the details of that. So stick with me while we do that. Neal Brown's contract extended 1 year through 2027. Fresh off a 9-win season and his best one yet at West Virginia, Neal Brown's contract has been extended an additional year through the 2027 season. Quote, I am pleased with the progress I've seen in our football program since arriving last year, West Virginia University Vice President and Director of Athletics Rick Baker said. I believe this contract amendment allows us to continue to build on our momentum as we begin our first year in the new and expanded Big 12 Conference. I'm appreciative of the effort Coach Brown and his staff put into developing the young people in our program. Sources tell Metro News the contract renewed will decrease Brown's annual salary over each of the next 3 years from $4.1 to $4 million in 2024, $4.2 to $4 million in 2025, and from $4.4 to $4.3 million in 2026. Brown is foregoing $400,000 in it to reinvest in the program, including staff salary, sources say. And support front as well, and as his continued commitment to me and what we are building. We share a common vision for the program, and that alignment is critical to our continued success. There are great things ahead, and I can't wait to see our incredible fans back in Milan Puskar Stadium on August 31st. Brown previously worked under a buyout that would have required West Virginia to pay him 100% of his remaining salary had he been fired on or before December 31st, 2024, and 85% if he were fired in 2025. New deal, Brown is paid 75% of his remaining salary if he's fired at any point during the length of the contract. If Brown leaves for another job at any point under the revamped contract, he is to pay 10% of his remaining total salary. Previously, Brown was required to pay 25% of his remaining salary had he left before December 31st, 2024, and 12.5% of the remaining salary had he left in 2025. The 43-year-old Brown is 31-29 in his West Virginia tenure, including a 20-24 Big 12 Conference play. Prior to 2023, when the Mountaineers finished 6-3 in the league, after being chosen last among 14 teams in the preseason poll, West Virginia had won never West Virginia had never won more than 4 conference games under Neal Brown. Brown has a 66 and 45 career mark over 9 seasons as a head coach between a 4 year stint at Troy and his now 5 years at U. And that was on Metro News. And then you get into this little detail here is on Rivals, written by Keenan Cummings. It says in the original contract, it was 4.1 in 2024, 4.2 in 2025, and 4.4 in 2026. The new figures are 4 million in 24, 4 million in 25, 4.3 in 26, and 4.4 in 27. Buyout is also reduced to 75% of total remaining salary, and he owes 10% if he takes another job. So that was in the article, but I just wanted to reiterate it again. So this is pretty crazy news. I think there are going to be a lot of fans that push back against this, feeling he doesn't deserve a contract extension based off of what he's done. And I would tend to agree with that. I think, has he earned a contract extension? Not exactly. Do the coaches like Chad Scott? Absolutely, they have earned some extra money. You can look to several positions. There's guys all over this football team that have really outperformed at their level, and I'm extremely happy to see them get paid. And I can't tell you how much I mean that. There's like 3 or 4 coaches on the roster that really earn this money, and I hope they get the majority of it, man. Like, I'm serious. Matt Moore has really earned him some money in the last couple of years, in my opinion. Chad Scott, obviously, probably the highest performing guy on the entire team, right? So, and you've had other coaches too. Andrew Jackson is another guy that has really outperformed on the defensive line that has earned himself a lot of money. He almost went to Penn State this past year, guys. So, like, we have guys on this staff that are worth, and Bilal Marshall is another guy I think is going to earn himself some money down the line. And so paying him, I think basically what this is doing is, and some people disagree with doing this, but you're kind of paying some people off potential here, right? You're saying, okay, if Neal Brown succeeds at XYZ point, let's say in 2024, that we win 10 or 11 games, well, that's going to be back-to-back years, guys, that Neal Brown has done something. And as highly sought after as he was his first stint around, and as much as people like him around the country, even still, I mean, you talk to anybody, there's a lot of people that feel like he's still a good coach. And so if he wins 10, 11 games this year, maybe he gets to the playoff 12, there are people that are going to want him. And so this extension is going to be a little bit more friendly for the university side of things, knocking that buyout down to 75%. It's still not a great number. And then obviously what he has to pay goes from 25 to 10. So it's really just moving money around different places. I don't know exactly how much money the university's saving here if he leaves to go somewhere else, or if these numbers are going to keep him in West Virginia. But what I do know is that these guys that deserve to get paid are getting paid, and that's really what I like the most about this whole deal. We can go around in circles all day long about whether Neal Brown deserves this contract extension. It's only 1 year at the end of the day, guys, and it's to reinvest back into the university. To me, it's a win-win situation, but I'd like to know how you feel in the comments, guys. Let me know down in the comments how you feel about this contract extension for Neal Brown. It's only a year, but maybe it pissed you off. If it did, let me know down in the comments. If you're all for it, let me know that too. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Really need to get to 2,000 men. I need to get there. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed, just hit the button for me. Even if you don't watch every single episode like some of you, help me get to 2,000. It's the off season. I'm trying to get there before we get into the next season. And then like the video, guys. I would really appreciate that. If you can't do anything else, just hit the like button. Click off of this video, hit like, and then hit play again. Really would appreciate that. You guys watch my videos all the time. I don't ever beg for this stuff, but it's telling me that I'm not getting hardly none. So please do so for me. One other thing I wanted to bring up on here was Ren Baker sounded off a little bit about his basically how he feels about the situation. And here's what he said: grateful for the leadership of Neal Brown. Coach Brown is committed to development student athletes on the field and preparing them for life. I'm excited about the momentum in our program. Let's keep building together. Let's go. Did you see that? Let's keep building together. To me, that kind of hints that maybe Ren Baker is actually going to stay at WVU. It's a very, it's kind of you get into some kind of shallow waters when you start to try to pick apart what somebody's saying like that. But it seems to me like things are going. It seems like maybe Ren Baker has decided to stick around at West Virginia. Don't know that. Have no sources yet that said one way or the other. But the Missouri job has not been filled yet. But it seems like possibly Ren Baker is not going to take that. So that'd be nice to see if we can keep both these young guys. Both these guys are young in their early 40s around here at West Virginia to build for the future as we navigate these waters that can be trepidatious in these times and cause football realignment. All right, guys, that's all I've got for this video. Hope you liked it. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and let me know how you feel about this contract extension for Neal Brown. I think it's okay. Had it been a big long extension that really wasn't justified, because it isn't justified yet. He's got to win this year and really come through on some of the promises about this football team that we believe in. So let's see how that goes, and we'll talk longer extensions, right? All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. My name is Mountaineer Paul. Thank you for watching. This episode is over. I'm out.